Hi, everyone. Today I'm sharing a quick inclusive education showcase focus on autism spectrum disorder, ASD, for our grades 9 through 12 classrooms. My goal is to highlight how we can support students in a way that honors their dignity, strengths, and their overall humanity. So let's begin. Just some background info and definitions. ASD is a neurodevelopmental disorder that is characterized by specific difficulties. Those difficulties can affect their communication, social interaction, and patterns of behavior. It shows up differently in every student, and that's important to remember. There's no one way to single out somebody that's autistic. So, some research shows autism is influenced by genetics, environmental conditions, and prenatal factors, and not so much by anything a child or a parent may have done. So, a lot of underlying prenatal things can typically cause it. And then, just some prevalence and key characteristics. About 1 in 31 students may have autism. So it's extremely likely that at a point in time during our careers as educators, we will see an autistic learner in our classroom. Some of those may prefer routines, they take language literally, or those students may feel overwhelmed by sensory inputs, loud noises, loud or bright lights, things like that. Others may have super deep knowledge in specific subjects. And that's fairly common, but it's important that we see these traits as part of who they are and not just the deficits that they may have. And then the effect on school days and peer relationships. During the school day, sensory overload or unpredictable situations can cause anxiety. Social cues, sarcasm, or group work can be confusing sometimes, which can affect friendships as well. So, our job as educators is to make the environment predictable, to make it calm, and to make it respectful so students feel safe being themselves. Then its effect on learning. In learning settings, executive functioning might be difficult or challenging. Things like organizing materials or shifting between tasks, those all can be difficult for a student with autism. Literal interpretation can also make abstract concepts more difficult. None of this reflects their intelligence, though. It simply means that students processes information differently, and as educators, we need to adapt to support that. Then classroom expectations and support for inclusion. As educators, we can build inclusion through things like predictable routines, giving warnings before we transition to a new subject or a new area or a new task, um, having sensory friendly environments, and consistent expectations for those students. It's also important for us to maintain high academic standards while we're still using accommodations. That's just to promote students showing what they know and gives them another opportunity or more chances to show what they know. This also it communicates respect and really tells that student that they belong in this classroom and they're welcome in this classroom. Supporting peers and promoting inclusivity. We can help student peers understand neurodiversity in positive ways, showing empathy and modeling empathy, guiding interactions, and trying to reduce stigma around being different. Um, those are all important to help students with ASD feel supported and promote inclusivity. We can also bring in or welcome special education staff, counselors, therapists, all of those different staff members into our classroom to show that students that support is normal and to show students that having support is normal and that everyone deserves access to what they need to be successful. So overall, just to finish up, our goal is to create a classroom where autistic students feel valued, they feel understood, and that they feel included. Not just because we make exceptions, but because we truly see their worth and what they can provide to us. So that's all. Thanks for watching.